Good evening. My name is Ramirez, and for the past 7 years, I have been a proud member of the Brookhaven Boys and Girls Club. To start out, I want to thank my parents for the moment in which they signed me up to the club, because in that instant, they opened up a door of opportunities I never thought I would have. One of the things I'm most grateful for, they gave me a place I could call my own. They gave me a place I finally felt I belonged to. To me, just like to many of you, the club is my home away from home. But to me, it was something else, because sometimes the club felt a lot better than my own home. 5 years ago, my father was diagnosed with a kidney problem, to which this day, doctors don't have a name for it yet. He takes 7 medications daily just to regulate, not cure, just to regulate his system so he won't get worse. Can you imagine the pressure this brings to a family? Can you imagine being 12 or 13 years old, not knowing if your father was going to make it to the next day? Having to wonder that if when you woke up or got home from school, there wouldn't be that person you could call dad anymore? I did. And sometimes till this day I wonder. But the thing is, I wouldn't change these past 5 years, because they allowed me to create some of the most wonderful relationships I ever will in my life. One of them was with my executive director, Mr. Bobby, who became like a second father to me. Every time I felt sad or down, I could go into his office, and he always knew what to say or when I needed one of those big hugs or smile of his. And it sometimes wasn't what he said. It was the fact that he listened, that I knew he cared. Norman, who was my formal team director, became like a big brother to me. I have one, but he became another. He's this goofy guy that always knew how to get a laugh out of me. He told me, "Your smile is inspirational. Why hide it?" The thing is, home wasn't a relief for me. I always had the pressure of having to wonder what was going to happen next. At school, I didn't want people knowing what was going on at home. I had the pressure of getting good grades. And then there was the club, the place I finally felt I could breathe, the place that every time I entered that door, I knew someone loved and cared for me, the place that always saw something special in me. When I was 13 years old, they put me into HSF, a program for college. I don't know what I was doing there, but I tried my hardest, and out of it, I got a certificate of participation and a letter that said SAT and ACT waiver. To be honest, I went home, put it away, continued on with my life. 4 years later, I'm about to take my first SAT test, and I have no idea how I'm going to pay for it. I turned to that letter, and in that moment, I realized that the club had been investing in me before I was investing in myself, that they had seen potential I hadn't, that they had seen a future I hadn't even created yet. When they involved me into Keystone, they developed me into a leader. When they involved me in Career Launch, they prepared me for my first job. By involving me in College Bound, they showed me the importance of my education. But the thing I appreciate most, they helped me understand something my father had been telling me since I was 5 years old. He told me, be hungry. Be hungry for education. Be hungry to become someone. Have the hunger to one day benefit your community. The thing is, I'm a 5-year-old kid. My father is a chef. Every time he said hungry, I thought about food. Unfortunately, that's not what he meant. But the club helped me understand that he meant that I was born to be somebody, that I should strive for my academic success, but most importantly, that I can make a difference in my community. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for my Boys and Girls Club, because they developed my mentality to what it is today, that I can accomplish anything. My only question for them now is, what's next? Because I'm ready to give back. Once again, my name is Ramirez, and I am 2011 Brookhaven Youth of the Year. Thank you.